Hey, church family, it's Rashida and Allie, back at you with something special for Mother's Day, which is next week. As many of you know, Allie and her husband Dustin are expecting their first baby. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so wonderful.
Thanks.
So how long have you and Dustin been married?
We've been married almost 15 years.
Wow.
It'll be 15 years in July.
What a blessing.
Yeah.
15 years. Wow.
It's crazy.
God is so good.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to wait to have a baby?
Well, we got married, I was 20, Dustin was 21.
Okay.
We got the travel bug very early on and started traveling and having a lot of fun with that. It just wasn't a desire for a long time, and we were just enjoying our lives. And we did our last trip. We went to Africa.
Nice.
And we didn't know where we wanted to go next. And normally at the end of our trip, we're like, okay, here's what we're doing next, and we're already planning it. And this time it was just kind of like, it's time to move into the next phase of our lives.
What is your parenting style, and how does it differ from your husband's?
I feel like our styles will be similar. Just from our conversations, we're very much on the same page. Man, I just feel like we won't really know until we're in it.
Your parents, their parenting style. What is their parenting style like, and which one do you lean more towards?
I feel like I'm a mixture of both my parents.
Okay.
If you know my mom,
Sweetheart.
very sweet.
Yes.
And that's how she was as a mom. But also stern when she needed to be. My dad, very, very loving, always wanted us to know he loved us.
Yes.
But also the disciplinary type dad. And I feel like I've inherited both.
What challenges do you anticipate facing, and how have you planned to overcome them?
I mean, the first one that comes up like on my head is, in the beginning, especially lack of sleep. And what that does to you and your mind. And I guess overcoming that, and Dustin and I have already talked about, like, we really have to make sure we are getting our sleep, we're letting each other get our sleep, and I know we'll face a lot, as you know, in the different phases.
Looking back over your childhood, what is something that you and your mother did together, and something that you will keep with your daughter?
The first thing that came to my mind was shopping.
Ah, I love it.
Always loved going shopping with my mom. If it was Black Friday and 5 o'clock in the morning, I was the child that was like up and going with my mom. And we still do, like going shopping together is
That's awesome.
one of the main,
Now that's something you can
special.
pass on with your daughter.
Oh,
Yes.
for sure.
Your parents made sure you knew the importance of serving in church. How did that cultivate the love for Christ in you, and how do you plan to cultivate that in your children?
I was here all the time, and I always saw my parents so committed, serving wherever they could, and I started serving in the 2-year-old classroom when I was 10, helping out.
Yeah.
It was just something I always wanted to do, and when you're serving, you meet so many beautiful people, you have so many beautiful experiences, you see so many amazing things. I don't see how you can't know that God isn't real and very tangible in those moments of serving. I've experienced it so many times over the years, and that's really what cultivated my love for God, honestly, is through serving.
So I know your mother has a big, spiritual influence in your life, seeing her serve in church, and now that you serve in church. What have you taken away from her spiritual contributions to your life?
Well, my mom is a prayer warrior, and in the house, we always saw her praying. On her face, weeping, groaning. She, prayed here at church in the prayer group, and that is a really big takeaway. Sorry. She was always praying for us, and still always.
So thank you for joining us for part 1 of our Mother's Day special. Next week, tune in for part 2.